Oh, hello there. How's it going? Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Remblance. It's Monday. It means, of course, it is Monday Makers, but it also means it is the start of a brand new week here on Crafters TV, and my, oh my, what a great week it is going to be. Should we dive in and have a look what's coming up this week? I've never seen the schedule look so full. Check out all this wonderful stuff that's coming your way. Of course, we kicked it all off this morning with a masterclass, and now we are here with your Monday Makers show. Tomorrow, there's a mashup. John Scott versus Softer Side of Life. 4 hours of soft crafting coming your way from 9 a.m. here in the UK, 4 a.m. on the East Coast. And then I'll be back with you tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon here in the UK, 4 p.m, 11 a.m. on the East Coast for launch party. Very, very special one there. There's an incredible Rose Gold Masterclass coming up at 11 a.m. That is coming to you on Wednesday. That'll be wonderful. And then, as a very special Creative Cravings, Hunky Dory back in the building. Myself and Craig here for that, 4 p.m. On Wednesday, or 11 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. 11 a.m. of course here in the UK is another masterclass, but Cartload at 4 p.m. Oh no, not any old Cartload. It is a Sarah special Cartload. 3 hours Fast and Furious deals coming your way from 4 p.m. Friday. Well, it's Chocolate Block Friday. Friday, we've got Colour Me Happy, 11 a.m, as you can see there. Craft House will be up at 4 p.m. Then as well, after that, HSN Preview will be coming to you on the Crafters Companion US page as well. 3 hours of looking ahead to Craft Day next week on HSN. Best of, back with myself at 11 a.m. That's on Saturday. Second Chance Sunday, on Sunday, of course. You and I, 4 p.m. or 11 a.m. Here in the UK. Fantastic. What a chocker block week of fun it is going to be. And talking of chocker block, it's going to be a chocker block show as well. Craig's here with me. How are you, Craig?
Good, thanks. Gosh, can you believe that's a full week that I've been back already? Where has that time gone? It's gone absolutely crazy busy. So, and I've loved every minute of it. Now, we've got a jam-packed show for you over the next couple of hours. We've got a great selection of things that we're going to be showing you. You know, maybe a few things that we showed you earlier on with Sarah, but I'm going to show you a different take. We've got Over the Edge, we've got, you know, the frame dies, we've got the tri-blend pens. We've got so much more that we've got on the next 2 hours on Monday Makers.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Right, we start every Monday Makers, as we always do, with a Monday Mega Deal. And this week's, it's some wonderful stencils from one of our previous Sarah Signature Collection. Now, our stencils are fantastic because, yes, you can spritz through them, you can paste through them, you can do all of those inking techniques that you absolutely adore, but because they are really great quality, it means you can use them in embossing folders as well. $9.98 to get all three. There is only double figures of these to go round. Forest Vines, you've got Enchanted Snowfall, really lovely frame on there. And you've also then got as well Twinkle there as well. Beautiful starry theme. $9.98 if you're in the UK, $13.90 if you're in the US. It is a time limited offer, so you'll only have 24 hours to get your crafty hands on those before the price goes back up. Right. Double-sided window dies, always so popular since we launched them here on Crafters TV. Now, you get them individually if you want to, $22.99 or $25.95. However, the best way to get the best value is to go for them all together. You can pick as well if you want to, you get two. But as you see here, £110, $120. Everyone will get free shipping and handling on that, and free postage and packaging as well, which is fantastic. So this one here is the water lily window that you've got. Is really, really beautiful. Loads of... Oh, well, that was a good start, wasn't it? Let's just stick that back on there.
Oh, Joe.
No one will notice, Craig. It's fine, honestly. Let's just stick it back. Pick it back on there and that'll be fine. Oh, that's fine. So, the next one we've got for you. This is a cherry blossom, as you can see just here. Oh, this is not... Got a bit of flappage problem going on there. That's the cherry blossom, as you can see. Really, really beautiful. And play around with all the different colourways there. There we go. The next one, they've all got a bit of a loose bottom. The next one here, peony window, as you can see. Really, really beautiful, really lovely open spaces on there. And they just give you such a full effect. They're double-sided dies as well, so it means you're creating the matte and the matte and the layer with them, which is brilliant. You've got the lily, which is, I think, is my favourite. Love how it's been done with these panels here in the background. It's just gorgeous. The next one you have is the rose too. Of course, the absolutely iconic flower. Also great if you want to do your stained glass window techniques with those as well. I'm going to need a bit of glue for these, I think, Craig. This one just here, tulip window, is that one there. Maybe we need to just like put them behind, one behind the other next time. What do you think? There we go. I'll just try not to put that back on there. There we are. Right. So very busy for those. If you get these all together, by the way, you also get, don't forget as well, you'll get that wonderful cardstock included. So you get this Centura Pearl, hint of silver, Snow White, which is fantastic. We're going to pop that in there as a little bonus for you as well. Right, over the edge, something that was so busy when we launched these, and they are fantastic because there is loads you can do with them. They are a stamp and die set, which is great, and it gives you so many options because of the way in which you can do it. So you got the stamps now. You can use the stamps on their own if you want. So there's nothing that dictates that you need to use the stamps and the dies together, but you can cut them out so they're over the edge like a topper. It means you could use all of your, like an edgeable, sorry, it means you could use all of your edgeable techniques with them. You cut them out this side, you cut them out that side, use all three, and you can nearly take them all the way out of the cardstock as well if you want to. So loads of different things. You've got the stamps and dies. You've also got all the embellishing stamps that you need to make a full project here with these as well. So you've got that one there. You've also got your birds and blooms, which is this one here. You've got your birthday balloons, paw prints, and you've got Have a Nice Day. Now these ones were the ones that these were launched on HSN as well. However, we have 3 brand new ones for you as well. They're in the main collection, but I know a lot of you won't have seen these ones, so they're so new. I haven't got any boards for them yet. Now, if you want to go for these ones, you can see. If you want to just go for just these 3, then you can. You've got this is an alicorn apparently, not a unicorn because it flies. Who knew? You've got this one here, which is Floral Friends. Oh, sorry, Hello Beautiful. And then you've got this one just here. That one there is Make Your Day Sparkle. Really, really gorgeous. Again, if you want to go for those 3 individually, you can, £30 or $40. They are included, though, in the main bundle as well. So if you go in for absolutely everything, you will get those as well, which is fantastic. Right, loads of you are commenting along already. I can see Christine is here. Hi. Oh, Christine says, I'll be back. I'm selling a card to someone. How fantastic. Loads of you saying hello. There is a Joe Wants to Know as well in the show today. What is your chocolate of choice? What is your chocolate bar of choice? Loads of you have been talking about it. Mine's definitely a dime bar. I don't know if you have them in the US, but oh, I do love a dime bar. But yes, do comment away. Do let me know any questions you've got as we go through the show as well. Get them in over on Facebook. Right, I want to just recap some of the stuff that was in the earlier show today that was very, very busy that we've brought back to see if we can get Craig's take on it in this show. This was your Creator Card Everyday Interchangeable Sentiment Collection. 4 amazing dies which interchange sentiments. You got the choice of 3 different sentiments for each one of those dies. It was very, very busy in the earlier show. Get it all together. You get the baby blue cardstock included with that as well. Some ink pads, the pigment ink pads. Couple of different options for you. The 13-piece collection, £50 or $60. That was busy, but far, far busier than that was the comprehensive collection. £100 or $140. We've got all of our colours back in stock as well. So you can see a really broad range of colours, and all the good ones are back. So make sure you get those. They were very, very busy in the earlier show, I know. The Daubers, the finger dauber storage set that you've got, a storage kit, so you get all the daubers that you need in there. £19.50, $26. Very, very busy on those as well. It's going to be a jam-packed show. There's absolutely loads going on. We love it when you get involved as well. So get any questions that you've got in. Let me know about your favourite chocolate bar. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to Craig because he's going to spoil us with some crafting.
I am indeed. Can I just quickly say as well, because it's going to bug me on my OCD. OCD. Joe, your cards are the wrong way around.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I noticed that
one's
right
wrong way
at the
around.
beginning.
That one's the wrong way around. There we go. When I was in school, I was really naughty, Craig, and to wind the teacher up, sometimes I used to hold my book the wrong way around just on purpose.
Did you?
Just to see if it would wind them up. And it did a lot of the time.
Yeah.
What a horrible child.
It wound me up seeing it was upside down. Anyway, right, let's crack on. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the double-sided window dies. So this is it. You may be familiar with it already. If not, what it is exactly that. It's a die, but it's double-sided. So what you can do is you can create some of the most gorgeous images and shadow effects by one pass through your Gemini. So what we're going to do, we're going to run them through. Now the good thing with these ones is you don't need a lot of different plates or configurations. All you need is your 2 cutting plates, and then you also need these ones as well. So you do get them in A5 or A4, and these are so tough. These will last you such a long time, because what you're wanting to do is, because you're putting a lot of pressure through, you need these really tough ones. So the other good thing, so many good things about these ones is they've been patented by us. So only us at Crafters Companion can do the double-sided dies. So what we're going to do is I've just taken some of our cardstock. This is from, if you remember, our 8x8 texture cardstock. So what I'm going to do is pop in one of our base plates with one of, I call it the mint plate. You know, it's a mint plate. It looks like that, color-wise, but it's extra tough. So then what you can do is you just have a look and decide, because one side has got a lot of detail on it, and then on the other side, still a lot of detail, but maybe not as much. So that's when you can decide what is going to be your front and what's going to be your back. So this one here has got a lot of fine detail. Sorry, this side's got the fine detail. This has got a wee bit less. So I want that to be kind of like the deeper pink. What I've done is I've put a full backing of our double-sided adhesive sheet. So this has still got the coating over the top, because I'm going to do something different. So that is getting placed on like that, and then we're just popping our die over the top. Now it does cut out because it's got the outside cutting edge, so that can just sit there. Then what I'm going to do on, if I pop that the right way, yep, so it is that way. And then this side here, which has got all the fine detail, is going to be this sort of light pink. And again, I've just put some adhesive on the back. So we're just placing that on just like that. And I'm just going to line them up. I'm going to pop that just at a bit of an angle. Then I'm just going to pop my top mint plate, and then I'm putting my top cutting plate. And then we're just going to run that through the Gemini. So we're just popping that through the Gemini Junior.
What's your favourite chocolate then, Craig? Loads of people chatting about it already. Your favourite chocolate bar?
Mine's, many will say it's not chocolate, but mine's is white chocolate, Milky Bar. That is my favourite.
Milky Bar. Yeah, I do love a Milky Bar.
Absolutely.
They do kind of stick your mouth together a bit though, don't they?
No, can't say that they do.
Oh,
can't say
I
that they do.
find white chocolate's a bit stickier than milk chocolate. Do you know what I mean?
Melted with maybe either marshmallows or strawberries.
Oh, delicious. Nice. Keep letting me know what yours are in the comments. We'll go through. We'll run a little bit of a straw poll through the show, Craig.
Now, can you see from here that it has cut, but mine's has been pushed up slightly, so it's just over the edge, so it's not quite cut there at the edge. So all that I'm just going to do, simply, is just pop that through again. So we're just going to pop that over the top with our top cutting plate, and then all I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop it that way, just so that it actually cuts at that end. Now it could, as you know, press pause and then press the reverse, and then it'll just come straight out. However, just to give it a wee bit extra pressure, I'm just going to let it go all the way through. So then we're going to remove these out the way. Then if I peel that, now you could, if you line it up properly and nice and straight, you could be using that as a frame. So let's take these away, and then let's just move our plates out the way. So what I'm wanting to do is, if I then just take the corner, and I'm just going to peel that out, and then as I start to just pull that one up, and now just obviously be careful and gentle, and then all that I'm just going to do is pop all these wee bits out. So because you've got your double-sided adhesive sheet on the back, what you'll sometimes find is the sheet will stay intact. However, it does actually die cut out just beautifully. So you don't need to worry, you don't need to think, oh, it's not actually die cut. It has, it's just maybe the actual backing of the adhesive is still in place. So what I'm going to do is I do have one that I've already done. However, I'm going to do a few of these because I just want you to see how it has actually cut all over. It's not actually missing anything. So we're just going to peel these away.
So that's self-adhesive. Is that where's that from, Craig? That cardstock.
So the cardstock that I'm using is from our 8x8 texture cardstock.
Right, okay.
Now we do have, I believe it's our luxury card, our carnival card also on the show.
Yes, indeed.
You can absolutely be using that as well.
Yeah, there's a self-adhesive glitter cardstock in there, isn't there?
That's right, there is. Yeah, there's a few self-adhesive cardstocks in there. So that's perfect for dies like this one, where you want to have the backing all over the back. Now, yeah, you can use your sprays, you can use your dotted tape runner, you can use all them, but really with things like this, your double-sided adhesive sheets are just perfect. So what I'm just going to do, again, I'm not going to do it all, I'm going to finish here because you can see that it has actually all die cut just perfectly. So then what we can do is, if I bring this one, so I've actually done the opposite colours, so we're just going to get a different look from my original, but that's it there. So then all that I've just done, this is actually just one of the backing sheets of the double-sided adhesive sheet. So I've already peeled it off, and now that stays sticky, and that'll stay there until I'm ready to go. This is good. If you've got any decoupage and you've got your 3D foam, if you peel all the backing off, stick it onto this non-stick sheet first, and then that just means you're ready and good to go. So what we're going to do is let's move that one out the way. Then, for the next one, what you will sometimes find is you would do exactly what I just done a moment ago. You would actually poke out all of the bits. What I'm wanting to do now for this one is I just want to carefully just peel this up. Now, a lot of it stays in place. A few bits will pop out, but don't worry about that because you can easily enough just stick them back in. So what I'm going to do now is if I turn this over and I'm going to peel this off, again, just gently. Now what to do is, don't worry, all these wee bits that are still in place of the double-sided sheet, don't worry about that, about poking all that out, because there's enough adhesive on the back there to hold it into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a wee bit of black card, and then I'm just going to place that over the top. So instead of die cutting all of that background detail, we're keeping it in place. We're keeping that whole lot in. And then what you can just do is any of the wee bits that haven't stuck into place, all that you can just do is just peel them off. So you just take some of the backing off that are still in place.
I haven't seen these used like this, Craig.
It's a different way. It's just to show you that, you know, automatically you do think that you need to, of course, pop all the bits out, but you don't. You can use it this way if you want. So again, just peel off some of these back in, and then they just pop out. And because they're self-adhesive, you can just slot them back in just like this. I've done a couple of these over the weekend, and each time you will have a few bits that just pop out like they are, but then all you just do is just pop it in. So again, let's just take this one here, and then all that we're just going to do is we're just going to peel that backing off, and then this is when your poke tool comes in handy. And yeah, this is a technique that you would do if you have a lot of patience. I know some people won't, so you don't have to do it this way. However, it's nice, it's peaceful, it's quite relaxing just to poke it in.
Ooh.
There's nothing stopping you from doing this, but in another colour, and you can change it, mix it up, you know, do different colours, different ways, different looks.
Loads of people getting their chocolate suggestions in for us, Craig. Robin says a Lindt truffle, the milk chocolate one is what she likes. Ooh.
Nice.
What else we got here? It's a Canadian candy bar called a Coffee Crisp. It's a coffee flavoured crepe between two wafers covered in chocolate. That sounds divine, doesn't it? Robin then caveats her earlier choice, saying she does also love a salted caramel, Craig. Who doesn't? Tammy says her favourite chocolate candy is the $1,000 bar. It's called 100 grand, I believe. Never heard of it.
Oh, I've never heard of that either. No.
It must be a US one. There's a lot of different US ones. Lynn Harvey says, I like the dime bar too, but the mini ones of them are just the best. They are very moreish. Well, it's as if you knew what you got over there, Craig. It's as if you knew, because producer Laura bought a bag of the mini ones in. I was being good, even though we're going for burgers later. I was being good. I wasn't going to have any. I just ate. I ate 8 of them. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah, I had about 8 of those little mini ones just before we came on, and they have perked me up no end, I can tell you. Apparently, you can buy the dime cake in Morrison's now as well. Someone was saying.
Can you? Oh,
I know. Mini eggs. Anne in Connecticut loves a mini egg. Who doesn't love a mini egg?
Who doesn't indeed? Okie doke. So all that we're just doing now is, now I thought I'd lost it, but it's actually just underneath. Let's see if I can poke this out and save it. I'm just missing that one bit, so I'm hoping I can't. Let's see, can we just, that adhesive's really good. Let's just see, there we go. Can we get that out? Can we save it? Come on, wee man. Let's go, let's go. There we go, we've got that. So then let's just place that back in place, and then we can turn that around and we can pop that in. Let's just pop that in. So even just like this, Joe, leaving it just like that on its own, you don't have to use both sides, but it's a quicker and easier way of doing paper piecing with that full back. So I have got this that we will use in a minute to finish off, but can you imagine even just something like that? You don't need much at all. So what we are then just going to do is let's just bring in that piece that we die cut that you can see that has die cut. This is the one where all that I've just done is just poked all the bits out as well. So let's move that one to the side, and then all that we're just going to do is we're just going to peel that off. Now, as you can see, it's not going to work the greatest because it's colour on colour, but do you know what? Let's go for it because I've got one already finished. You can see the idea, and actually this will give you that wee bit of a 3D look. So let's go, now if I poked a wee bit out, I have there. So let's just peel this one off.
You're such a perfectionist, Craig. You really are.
I know.
I'm like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, see, no, I can't do that. I do just need to.
Carol Coe's letting you know,
bits.
Craig, that they do some really nice white chocolate truffles at Thornton's apparently. So you need to get yourself along there. And there is, I think there's a Thornton's in Darlington. I think it might be next to the Yankee Candle shop, Craig.
Now, I didn't know there was a Yankee Candle store until I think it was just before Christmas when you were there, and you told me about that.
You need to get yourself down there.
So I am going to have to do that. And certain producer just said that she's been invited to lunch. So there we go. White chocolate with, white chocolate. The one with the strawberry, or the one that's hard to get is the citrus one. It's either lime or lemon, something like that.
White chocolate.
Gorgeous. So there we go. Actually, to be honest with you, although that's a mistake, I do quite kind of like that colour on colour, tone on tone, because it does give you that 3D look. So then what we can do is just pop that one onto, tell you what, let's show you, this is how it's intended, and then I'll just pop it together in a moment. So you can see that one just here. So if we use the light pink on the back and then the dark on the top, so you get that effect, but kind of like that as well. So let's just take in our card blank. So I've got my card blank, which is 5x7. So let's just take our adhesive off. And then all that we're just going to do is pop that sentiment that we've already got. This is just using one of my past sentiment collections. So let's just pop that on. And then all that we've just done, bit of foam pads, and take them off. And all that I've just done as well is just popped a bit of gems, 3 gems, to the left hand side. Let's pop that. You could pop anything you like. I've just put love, but then it gives you that effect just there. So just by popping your double-sided adhesive sheet on the back, that will hold most of it in, and then all that you just need to do is layer over the top half, and then you've got 2 completely looks, and you can see how different that they look, but you know, they still look quite smart either way that you do it.
They do indeed. Right, I'll just remind you of the options. Craig, do you want to, would you guide us through some of the different ways of using them in a minute? Is that all right?
Of course I can.
So I'll just recap what you're getting included in here. So you're getting the water lily, which is that one there, so beautiful. See, I'm changing the way that I'm doing this now. It's still a bit flappy though. I've got the cherry blossom, which is this one here. So iconic. I'd love to go to Japan and see the cherry blossom in March. It would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? You've also got the peony window, which always makes me want to... always makes me want to start singing Tina Turner. I always imagine her, peony window, which is not the way it goes, but you get the drift. Lily window is the next. We could do it for all of them, couldn't we? No, let's not. You've also got the rose window there as well, which is beautiful. And then finally, this one just here is your tulip window. Now, remember, you're going to get all of these. You can get them individually. They are on a 2-4 as well. You get them all together, you're going to get that wonderful Centura pearl included in there as well. If you want to get them on a 2-4, they're 2 for £40 or $45. Or individually, if you get them individually, $22.99 or $25.95. Lots you can do with these though, Craig.
There really is. So you can use them as what I've just done a moment ago. You can use them how they are intended by using layer upon layer. But then why not bring in some acetate as well? So you could be as if you're looking through them. So you can see you've just got your nice wee stamp sentiment or something in the middle, and we've just popped it onto our acetate. Now, unfortunately, we do have to make cards we don't want to make, but just by changing the colour, you can still get a gorgeous effect using one of them for a sympathy. Go all out, nice wee card there, just popping in the extra ribbon or that to make it pop, popping some gems in there. So that's just your 2 layers on top of white cardstock. Then again, we're making a window card. This is actually using the acetate again. So all that you would just do is pop a bit of acetate onto the back just there, and then that will give you something to actually pop the actual die cut image on. And then just bringing in your Ultimate Pros or your scoreboards and just doing concept cards. So in this one, we've got a nice easel card there. So you don't need to do much at all because the actual design does all the shouting out for you. And then bringing in your acetate. Again, another concept card with this one being an easel, but on the background, it's your glitter card. So you can do your glitter card as well. Really is so many different ways. Don't forget that both layers put together or layers individually, you can use as stencils. You can actually paste any of your pastes over the top, anything like that. So don't just think of them as die cutting them and making them as a focal point on your card. Think elsewhere in your crafting can you use, and what other products that you've got, ink through them as well. So many different ways.
Loads of different ways of using them. Lily and Tulip, your 2 favourites at the moment. So if you want those 2 individually, I'd be quick for those. Loads of you talking about your favourite chocolate bars as well. A caramel, my chocolate bar is a caramel chocolate Godiva bar. No, I can't say I'm familiar with that. M&M's, lots of love for M&M's. A white chocolate Kit Kat. Have you had one of those, Craig?
A white what?
A white chocolate Kit Kat.
Oh, love them. Them and the white chocolate Snickers.
Snickers.
Oh, and Twix as well.
A white Twix. Not seen a white Twix.
And a couple of years ago we had white chocolate Maltesers. Oh my gosh.
Nice. Cindy Sue says it's the double bearded studs today. Don't you just love listening to their accents? Well, you do flatter us, Cindy Sue. Right, I can see a lot of you have got these window dies in your basket. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out whilst you do that. Here's all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Oh, all the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time, which is super exciting. Now, we're going to move back on to something that I know you guys love so much. So many of you got these. In fact, you know what? If you've got these, I'd love you to send me a photo of what you've been creating with them, because they are incredibly popular. You can do that. Send us a photo by emailing us at studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. If you want to go for these individually, you can. £11.99 or £16.95. 2 of these will cost you £20 or $30. However, there is a buy the collection, which allows you to get absolutely everything. I'll run you through what you've got in here. So this is your feline friends that you've got just here. They're cut as cats. Now the great thing about this is they're a real stamp and die concept. So you can either cut these in so they're like an edgeable, which is brilliant. You can do all your edgeable techniques with those. You can cut it in so it's poking out on the right side, or so it's poking out on the left side. Or what you can do is cut it pretty much almost all the way around, and you could cut it all the way out of the card or just have it poking over the top. So loads of different ways you can use them. You've got the stamp to allow you to cut out with the die, but you've also got everything you need to complete a full project as well in there, because you've got all of your embellishing and sentiment stamps as well. So you've got absolutely everything good to go, whether you're getting one or you're getting all of them. So you've got feline friends, you've also got birds and bloom. There is your birthday balloons, which is that one there. This one is paw prints, which I think is my favourite. Those little bulldogs look so cheeky. And then this one here, which is Have a Mice Day. So they're the 5. They were the original 5. The mice are in the lead, as they usually are. But then what we did is there's 3 that have only been available to us here, to you guys from us here at Crafters TV. In the UK, they were also released over at Create and Craft. And that's these 3. This one here, which is Hello Beautiful. Again, you can use these all in exactly the same way. This one here, which I absolutely love. Now, this one is called Magical Wishes. We all thought this was a unicorn. It turns out we were wrong. It's an alicorn, apparently, allegedly. And then also you've got this one here, which is May Your Day Sparkle. Those 3 haven't been on HSN, and there's no plans for them to be either. If you want to get them all together, so you can get those 3 that I just shared with you there, £30 or $40, or they do come in the Buy the Collection as well, where you get them all together, which is fantastic. £60, $82. Of course, you can use your club inspired discount as well. You get £12 off as a platinum member. You'd get $16.40 off as a platinum member in the US. Now, always so busy whenever we bring these to you. They are, of course, our tri-blend markers. 3 different colours, 3 different colour shades in one marker, allowing you to blend seamlessly from light to medium to dark, or dark to medium to light, however you want to do it. You've got your Essentials, which is this one here. It's a 24-piece collection, $71.99 or $107.95. If you're only going to go for 1 pack and you don't own any at the moment, let it be the Essentials. You also have as well the Deep Blends. Now, the Deep Blends are another 12 colours, new colours. They are also the extension, 12 extenders for pens that are within your Essentials as well. Go for both of those, and it's the complete collection that you're getting. There are no other tri-blends that you need to get your hands on, which is fantastic. If you're going though for the overedge, £60 or $82. Let's have a look at the chocolate conversation. Hershey's milk chocolate. I'm going to have to run in there and get another little mini dime bar at a moment if this carries on. Kay's saying she loves the coffee crisp. I feel like I need to try a coffee crisp. I feel like that's right up my Strasser, a coffee crisp. Lynn's not seen the dime cake. Oh, you really, really do it. Terry says, hey Joe, why is 9 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Heard that one.
What you like? Love any chocolate cold out the fridge. I must say, do you have your chocolate room temperature, Craig, or out the fridge? I'm an in the fridge kind of guy.
Oh no, I'm room temperature.
Oh really?
Room temperature, yeah.
Oh no, especially in the summer, especially if it's like milk chocolate buttons, you know, giant buttons in the fridge, really, really cold. Even maybe in the freezer for 20 minutes first. Right, enough about chocolate. I'm going to hand you over Craig. He's going to do some demonstrating for us.
I can just think of white chocolate now. That's all I can think of. So here we go. So this is the over the edge, character over the edge. So here's some ideas. Now a few of them do have German sentiments because they've come in from Germany on the team. But I knew you were going to say that there, Joe. So on this one here, so you can see there's on each one you've got 3 different ways in which you can die cut them. So this one you can die cut, you know, on the side here, so that just looks as though it's just popping out over the edge. Then on this one here you've got another one again, so you've got that one that just pops out over the side. However, why not use 2 of them together? Now this actual fairy has been cut all out completely at the bottom, but then look at the top. So that's how it's going to look over the top when she die cuts out, and you've got that gorgeous fairy as well. But then why not actually create a wrap? So we've got the wrap on this one just here, so it's actually taped down in the middle, so I can't move it. However, all that you just do is use the die over the top, and then you can create a wrap as well. It doesn't just have to be for your cards. Then another side one, you can see with the cute doggies. So you can see with the other ones, the way we've coloured in, you know, used classics, even the tri-blend pens that I'll do. But then this one here, we've gone all in with all that detail when it comes to your pencils as well. So you really can go to town when it comes to the colouring. So there is another one just onto the sides with the wee pussy cats. And then on this one, we've actually created a stepper card. And then what we've just done is we've actually die cut using the die that goes over the top. And then we've got all that detail there. And then last but not least, look at that, even making tall cards. So it doesn't matter what size, you can make really small cards, you can make really big cards, tall cards, wide cards, all these different ways that you can be using them.
Is it easy, Craig, if you use the 3 dies together, is it easy to then cut them all the way out? Could you do that if you wanted to, and actually just, you know, maybe even for maybe creating a tag. You know how much I love a tag.
Oh gosh, you and your tags. Yeah, absolutely. So what I'll do is, we'll start off this demo, and before I go and die cut it, I'll show you what it could be like if you were to use different you've got me saying tags now, different dies. So what I've got with this one, so we are going to use, we're using the birdies, and I say the birdies because my set is actually the German set, because I've been working on them for Germany. So of course we're not going to use the sentiment, but I'll let you see. So 5x7 card, and what I'm then going to do is, this is one of the dice. So this is where we're going to cut it on the right hand side. So all that I just do is I just kind of line it up to where I want. So I know I'm wanting, you know, a couple of mils from the side. So just where I want it to stop, I just draw a pencil line down by the side there. Then what I'm going to do is just bring in just a wee bit of our low tack tape. So the actual die, the die cut end actually ends bang on the end. How many times can you say end in one sentence? So what I'm going to do is just tape that down. I'm going to tape it on that outside because that's going to come away.
Craig, I hope to interrupt you. I was meant to tell you when I went through what you got, that you got 15% of the stock was gone.
Yes.
That would be a fib now if I told you, because a fifth of the stock, 20% of the stock's already sold out and gone on these. A lot of you got them in your basket. It's very, very busy. I think they're just getting more and more popular, these, Craig. They're one of those things, you know, the more times you see them, the more craftability you realise and start to think about the way you're going to use them, which is why they are busier and busier every time we bring them to you. There's a lot you can do with them, isn't there?
There really is. So, you know, you can actually use the dies and create a shadow effect on their own for the background. You know, why not use the stamps on their own? Then go that bit further and then bring in your Pebeo gum or your masking tapes, anything like that, and start to go all dimensional. And then I always keep referring to this one because I thought it was absolutely incredible. Last week we showed you the peekaboo stamping dies, and we showed you the one with the penguin, and that one wee penguin had been made in a great big scene. It goes to show you can do all that as well. So what I've just done is I only die cut just up until the point that I needed, press pause and then reverse. So what I'm just going to do is, if I then just peel that off, so let's peel that just like so, and then let's take that excess up, although it doesn't matter because we're away to snip that off. That gives us that end there, the over the edge. So what I'm just going to do is bring in my scissors, so you could use a paper trimmer or your craft knife, and I'm just going to snip just up that pencil line, just to where it comes away, and then I'm going to do it over the top as well. Of course,
it's best to do it this way rather than, would you not stamp it and then die cut it? Is there a reason for that, Craig?
You could. I personally find it easier to die cut and then I can line up afterwards, but it's entirely up to yourself. If you find it easier to stamp first, then die cut, then of course you can, no problem at all. So what I'm going to do, I am going to come back to using the other die in a minute to show you, but I just want to stamp it out first. So what I've just got is I've got my stamp, and because I'm going to use our tri-blend pens, I've just got our Finesse Alcohol Proof Noir Black. Of course, you could use jet black, you could use greys, anything like that. So I'm just going to just give that a good coverage. And then what I am just going to do as well, I should have my stamping mat behind me. So what I'm then just going to do is bring this on, and then I'm just going to lay that over the top. Now I'm going to stick my head in the way just for a moment, just because I want to just line it up. So I'm just lining up the edge of the stamp to the edge of that die cut piece, and then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just looking over, and when I'm happy that it's lined up, I'm just going to press stamp or press down. That's going to stamp it. So if we do that, give that a good pressure and press, and if I remove that, now of course you're going to rub out that pencil line, but that gives you that stamped image just there.
I love it, just stamped and cut like that. I think it looks great, and obviously adding colour adds so much more dimension. I know you plan to use the tri-blends, Craig, but what other markers or colouring mediums could you use for these? Pretty much all of them, I'm thinking.
Absolutely, anything you want. So you could even use your sparkle pens, you can use your spritz pens over the top, any of your mediums, your obviously your illustrators, your tri-blends, your classiques, said obviously sparkle pens, your pencils, anything you love colouring with, you can absolutely use.
Now, if you do want to get the tri-blends, don't forget they are on the show, and it is kind of like the deal that everyone waits for with those tri-blends. You can get both sets of them. They are available right now, so do not miss out on them. I don't like to keep asking how long they're going to be out of stock for after they go out of stock this time. I'm just told it's not good, Joe, so I just kind of get on with it, which is great. Have you got a favourite, Craig?
Possibly this one. I do really like this one with the wee birdies. I really do love this. Didn't get so cute.
Well, you know what I said? It's getting busier and busier, Craig.
Yeah,
A quarter of the
yeah.
stock of the mice or the mouse. The mouses, the mice. I always struggle with that one. I don't know why. English isn't my forte a lot of the time. Yeah, but if you want to have a nice day, a quarter of the stock of that one has now sold out and gone. I think mine would be it would be Magical Wishes. I think, yeah, that would be mine. I do love a unicorn, Craig.
Yeah, there's something magical about a unicorn, isn't there? So now that we've die cut one side, that's how I'm going to leave it. However, you do have your other die, so obviously if you wanted to do this effect, but on the left-hand side, then you could just use your other die. If you want to do that so it's popping up over the top, then you can use that top die, or whatever, you know, you can even just collectively use them all together, and that's going to die cut that full image. If you want that out and you're not really comfortable with fussy cutting, then use the dies to actually die cut the image out. So you can absolutely do it that way if you so wish. So
now, what's your colouring? Sarah goes into what we've affectionately termed, Craig, the colouring coma.
So is it,
when she starts colouring, I lose her. That's it. She's gone. Are you the same? Are you going to go?
Yeah, you're going.
Right, okay.
I'm going to go.
I've got a lot of chocolate to talk about, which is good. So I'll let you get started, and then I'll dive into the chocolate chatter.
So I've got a selection on my tri-blend pens here now. I think a few of these are actually from the Deep set, but of course you can actually use any of them that you so wish. So I've just got a nice wee selection just here. So all that I'm just going to do, and I'm just checking, I don't think, no, oh I do, just to get rid of that, I found just a wee rubber. Let's just take that pencil line out. So then there we go, and then that's a good way to show as well. Once you've stamped, even rubbing over the top, it doesn't dilute the colour, anything like that. You still get that crisp, clean stamped image. So what I'm going to do is let's go for the wee birdies. Is it a birdie or a chick?
It's a.
Well,
I don't know.
It's a chicken.
Are they chickens?
Yeah.
No, they're not chickens, are they?
Well,
now I'm guessing. I think they're just little birdies.
Little birdies, little chicks.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of bird. Any twitchers out there that want to let us know what sort of birds they think they might be? I guess it would depend how you colour them as well.
Absolutely.
You could make them look like chickens.
Or robins, you know, wee red breast if you want.
Yes, or a blue tit maybe.
Yeah, you could absolutely. So what I've just done with this one, so this one's just the gold yellow blend. So what I'm going to do, because you've got your full 3 shades in that one pen. So you've got your light, you've got your mid, and then you've got your dark on the other end. And they've all got their codes as well. So all that I'm just going to do, bit of cardstock underneath, and then I'm just going to, it's kind of giving this a bit of a base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just in circular motions. I'm just going to colour the bird. I'm going to say bird. I'm going to colour the bird. And what I'm doing is I'm starting from the bottom where it's going to be darker. And I'm just going to go maybe about 2/3 of the way up at the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just now going back to my pen, but I'm going to the dark end. I'm going to the deep end. And then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just, once again, just in circular motions. I'm not going to go far up. I just want where there would be a bit of shadowing, and then maybe even just at the sides there, just with the darker tone. Then we're going to go into the mid-tone now. And then what I'm going to do, once again, circular motions. Now, I'm just circulating over where it joins from the light and the dark. So I'm not completely going over the dark, because what that would happen is that would actually kind of like dilute the colour. That would make the dark a bit lighter, which you don't want. So you're just going over just where it meets and no more. And I'm going right up to where I finished off with that light tone. Then I'm going to just pop that back, and I'm going back to the light tone. And then what I'm going to do is, once again, just over the join, circular motions, I'm just going over it with that light tone. And then what you will find, already it's starting to blend together, but as that alcohol evaporates that wee bit more, if I come a wee bit closer, Can you see you start to get from that dark all the way up to the
Gives you
top?
so much dimension, doesn't it?
It really does. Now you can go into even more dimension by maybe adding a wee bit of darkness around the eye or to actually the wing. You can do all these different things. So let's just do this next birdie as well.
Right,
just
whilst you're going through the next birdie then, I'm just going to, I'll whiz some of these chocolate comments
Please
through
do.
you, okay. Agree with Craig when it comes to white chocolate. As you mentioned, the white Snickers is very good. A lot of people talking about that.
Yeah.
Carol says she had a Snickers ice cream last night for the first time. It's like getting a Snicker fix with chunkier nuts. Yum, yum.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to have to go get one. I must admit, I love a Mars ice cream. You know, they're like really fancy choc ices, aren't
Yeah,
they? And
yeah.
a Snickers ice cream. Oh, they're so good. Anne says, just came out in the here in the US, best Kit Kat ever. I think that's the white one that we're talking about.
They're not
Ooh.
that. What am I trying to say? They're not that new. No, they're not that old here either.
Oh, really?
They've
They're
not
quite
been out
new?
for long.
Oh, room temperature is a must. Sarah says Tim Tams are so yummy. Oh, if anyone's been to Australia or you had some brought back for you, they're a lot like a penguin. You suck your teeth through them and then you eat it all afterwards. It's really good. It's like Dunkin' chocolate biscuits, but it's levelled up. That's the only way to describe it. Mr. Big Candy, which is from Canada, as someone says. Chocolate from the fridge for sure, says Lynn. Sarah this morning started talking about her fudge, which is why Diane's mouth is watering. No, Joe, be strong. No more choc since you've been banging for a few food days coming. You've been doing so well, which is noticeable. Keep strong, dude. That is from Cindy Sue. I love Cindy Sue. I'm going out for burgers tonight. I mean, Monday is meant to be a good day, but it really isn't.
Yum.
Really busy on this Over the Edge collection. I know you guys absolutely love it. And I think you watching Craig colour this up, you're going to be able to see how you're going to be able to do it. A quarter of the stock of that big collection has now sold out and gone. Snickers and Rolos must be frozen, according to Helen.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Chocolate in the
one.
freezer. I like the idea of chocolate in the freezer. I think that's quite nice. Lots of you talking about lovely love the dogs. Sorry. Phony says she loves the dogs, and I was thinking chocolate dogs.
Chocolate dogs.
She means the dogs in the Over the Edge collection. Of course, that's what she means. Lots of you. Christine's back. She went and sold her card earlier. She's got back now, which is fantastic. Someone as well, a lot of you left me suggestions for your favourite chocolate on Facebook as well before the show. Chocolate toffee Hello Dollies. Have you ever heard of those?
No, I've never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Ooh,
Kathy
sounds
says that was Laura said that. Kathy says I love white chocolate and white chocolate with peanut butter. Reese's cups are the bomb. If it's darker chocolate, I've always loved Mounds, which are dark chocolate with coconut inside. I wonder if they're a bit like what do we call them? You know, like a biscuit. And then it's got marshmallow in it and dark chocolate over the top with coconut on. Like a tea cake, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing. That's what I meant. Craig is using the tri-blend markers there, as you can see. Both of them are available, both sets. So basically, there are 48 markers in total. You got was 3 times that really. That's the full collection. So 24 pieces is your essential, which is $79.99 or $119.95. We do have the deep blends as well, so it gives you 12 extra colours on top of that, and extends 12 colours from your essential collections as well. Very busy now across both of those. And the details on your screen are for the Over the Edge individually. And they're $11.99, $16.95. You get any two for £20 or $30. Remember, the brand new ones that weren't seen on HSN are your Hello Beautiful, your May Your Day Sparkle, and also the Magical Wishes as well. If you want to go for those on their own, absolutely, you're free to. How are you getting on there, Craig?
Yeah, I really am just kind of just
you in
going
a
into a
colouring
world
coma?
on my own now. Yeah, I was conscious at the start to keep talking to you, and then that just went out the window.
That's fine, don't you worry. Paula says she loves a crunchy or a good quality dark chocolate. My dad loved a crunchy. He still does love a crunchy.
Keep hoping that one day they will bring out a white chocolate crunchy.
Maybe we can make you one. So it's honeycomb, isn't it? And it would be in white chocolate.
Someone to suck off the chocolate and then just melt white chocolate over the top.
Yeah, exactly. Jenny says she'd love a toffee, hazelnut, caramel and chocolate, which is amazing. Yeah, I think what I was going for, no one sucking off the honeycomb, Craig. Just maybe make some honeycomb and then dip that in white chocolate. I mean, if you want someone to suck my... the milk chocolate first for you, and then to me, that's absolutely fine. This is definitely not in line with social distancing at the current times. No. Do not lick anyone else's chocolate off their crunchy. Oh, that's really tickled me. Could you use your illustrators with this? Yes, yeah, absolutely. Could. Right. Tim Tams, when you suck the tea through them, is called a Tim Tam Slam, apparently. A Tim Tam Slam. It's the apple pie Kit Kat I'm talking about.
Apple pie Kit Kat?
An apple pie Kit Kat, yeah. Apparently it's a thing.
Never heard of that.
No,
Never heard of that. Right, Joe, so let's just finish off this bit here, and then what we'll do is we'll just finish off with one that I've already got done. So I've done the flower in that red tone. And now what I've then just done exactly the same. So what I've just done is I coloured maybe about 2/3 with the light tone. Then I started at the base with the dark. Then I shadowed over with the mid, and then just finished off with the light. And then I'm just doing that again. We'll do one leaf. So I'm just starting at the base, and I'm just circular motions going towards the top. Now I am literally just starting from the base and working at the top. You can then, with the dark tone in a moment, you could come in with a lot more detail than I'm doing. I'm just doing circular motions at the base. What you could do is just come up those veins of the flowers.
Kelly's asking, Craig, any tips for stopping bleed through, or anything you can do to cover the bleed through from the alcohol marker when you're done?
To be honest with you, if you're using the right cardstock, you shouldn't actually get bleeding over the edge. So I would think that if you are, hopefully you're using our super smooth cardstock like I am.
I think she kind of means, like, you know, if you coloured it there on this one here, there on that bit, like this bit here on the back.
Oh,
I think that's what she means.
Right, that bit. That will happen. So that will happen. You know, that's actually a sign of a good quality ink, because that's going all the way through. That's why you actually want a piece of card underneath as well. What this is kind of acting as, it's a bit like another way, bounce. So what's happening is that ink goes through, instead of it just going onto your mat, wherever you're going, that cardstock is just kind of, it's like saving it, and it's holding all that ink within that cardstock there. So any bleed is actually, it's normal, and it is going to happen. If you do want to cover that up, then what you just do is take another bit of cardstock, and you could also just die cut it again using the outside edge and just sandwich it over the back. So there's a few different ways that you can cover it all up. Maybe pattern paper or something again, just using the die. But don't worry about that. A bleed is normal. It will happen.
Okie doke, thanks for that.
So all that I've just done with this one just here is I have just coloured it in just there. Then I've, look, see how there? See, that is normal, so don't worry about that. I've just matted and layered the centre. I've just done a sentiment. Obviously yours will be English, and that's all that's done, so there's not much to it at all.
What does yours say? I want to know what your sentiment says now.
It says something in German.
January, I nearly got it then. Let's have a close up. Yeah. January Desinentag. Something day, yeah, because tag means day. That's as much as I can help you with there.
Yeah, you would think I would know with the many times that I've been to Germany with Debbie, but I'm getting there, but not quite yet. So there we go. So again, really simple card. Yeah, the colouring takes time, but you don't want to rush that. That's something that you can just, you know, during the day, at night time, stamp out a few and then sit on the couch with the tri-blend pens. It doesn't take up a lot of room because you've got that one colour, but you've got the 3 tones within that one pen. So you can sit there at the side if you've got them in the box, or if you've got actually the hold all for it. You could colour away. You could be colouring while watching Corrie, EastEnders, or anything like that. Obviously, us when we're on. So yeah, you can go to town and make really nice cards with not a lot of detail.
Fantastic, very, very busy. I must let you know, a quarter of the stock of this collection has sold out and gone. Let me run you through what you're getting in that big collection. Individually, they're available to you, $11.99 or $16.95. Of course, the best way to get the best value is to get all of them. Right, in here you're going to get Feline Friends, which are those beautiful, beautiful pussycats there. You're going to get the Bird and Bloom, which is the one that you just saw Craig working with there. Remember as well, loads of different options. So you can cut it out on the left, you can cut the top of it out, or you can cut it out on the right. It's completely up to you. You can actually cut it all the way around and get a very different look and feel as well. That one is your birthday balloons. You've then got your paw print. I think these two chaps in here might be my favourite. I love them cut into the window as well as like a little pop through, and of course on the side there. And then the next one we've got here is the busiest individually actually, which is the Have a Nice Day. A quarter of the stock of that one has gone, as is the case with the big collection as well. There are 3 others as well which were not launched on HSN, so I know quite a lot of you have been coming in to get those. £60 or $82 to get all of them, including the next 3 I'm about to show you. If you just want the next 3 I'm about to show you, then they're £30 or $40. So you've got this one here. This one is your that one's your Hello Beautiful. You've also got your Magical Wishes, and May Your Day Sparkle is this one just here as well. Fantastic to get all of them, so you've got the most amount of craftability, which is brilliant. Now we're getting very, very busy across lots of bits on the show, so I wanted to give you a heads up. Including those tri-blends as well. The Essentials, that's the sort of 24 core colourways that you've got within there. $71.99 or $107.95 in the US, saving 10%. Also as well, equally busy, I can see pretty much everyone that's going for the tri-blends is going for both at the moment. The deep blends, now the deep blends offer you another 12 colours, and they extend 12 colours from the original Essential set as well. Again, $71.99 or $107.95. Right, the sparklings, very, very busy on these. It is our Christmas collection. You've got three different collections here for you. Let me just move my pop-ups out of the way. Let me take you through these. So these are fantastic. Now the great thing is about the sparklings is that you can do so many different techniques with them, which is wonderful. So just as an idea, you can do your salt techniques, you can do your shaving foam, you can do the washes, you can do backgrounds. They can do all of those different things that you can do with all of our water-based inks, which makes them really, really versatile. The other great thing about them though is that they're sparkly. They have got this microfine glitter within them, and it means that when they catch the light they shine and shimmer. This collection has been put together to be fantastic to do with all of your Christmas crafting. It doesn't mean it's just for your Christmas crafting though, of course. So what you've got in here is you've got your traditional Christmas, and within your traditional Christmas you've got glacé cherry, a festive spruce, and you've got sleigh bell in there as well. The next one you've got just here, this is your Cool Christmas. And in your Cool Christmas, you've got Icy Blue, Winter Plum, and you've got Frosted Rose in there as well. And then finally, last but by no means least, you've got Cozy Christmas. And Cozy Christmas has mulled wine, log fire, and candlelight as well. 9 pots, you've got 30 mils in each, which is fantastic. So there's absolutely loads in there. $25.98 or $39.90. Means you're saving $12.99 or $16. You basically buy 2 and you get 1 free, which is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you grab those. I can see a lot of you with those in your basket at the moment. Right, I'm going to hand back to Craig. Craig, what do you fancy taking us through next?
Right, so we're going to use the character over the edge once again. We're going to use the unicorn, or what was it you called it?
The alicorn.
Alicorn.
Apparently it's a flying unicorn.
Yeah. There we go. I've learned something new today. So what I've just done is I've taken a bit of cardstock. So it is 4 1/4 by 7 inches. So it's a nice small card. And once again, just a pencil line throughout the middle. I've just drawn a wee line. And then what we've done is I've just taped the top die over the top, because this is going to be an over the top one. So obviously this size of card would go through your Gemini Junior. So I'm just going to run that one through. So again, once I know that it's gone over that die, I'm just going to press pause. And I'm going to press reverse. So what I'm going to do is I've die cut it, I'll stamp it, and I'll do just a very quick bit of colouring, and then I can show you what that looks like, so you can see another way in which you can use it. So what you also will need to do with this style of card, so if I peel that one off, and what I'm going to do is if I bring in my scoreboard, so instead of cutting any of that away, what I want to do is just along that pencil line, I just want to score. Now I want to go from the edge and just up to the start of where the die cut starts. So score, and then once again, score. And then let's just take that pencil line out. And then what we're going to do is if we then fold that back And now that will give us our over the edge. So let's just burnish that on the edges. Now, if you are, I keep saying this a lot, but if you're having parties, you know, kiddies' parties once they're allowed, imagine, you know, little name tags or maybe a wee stopper for a wee girl's door, you know, or a boy, you know, you can do all these different things.
Great for place settings as well. Just name
really
settings.
good.
A dinner party. I don't even think just for children. I definitely, if I was having a dinner party, I'd definitely.
Yeah, I know a few of my friends that would.
Does anyone else do that thing at weddings that I've maybe been guilty of doing before, which is where you get into the room where the meal is first? Always make sure you're the first one in. You whiz around the table, see where everyone's sat, and have a little bit of a quick rearrange. If you're maybe next to someone that you don't want to sit next to. Anyone else ever done that?
Never done that.
Oh, I do that all the time. First thing I do at a wedding. If we go to a wedding and I'm sat next to you, it's probably because I really want to sit next to you, not because I was put there.
And then if you're at a wedding and you're sitting at the opposite end of the room,
then you know exactly
Joe
what's
probably
happened
doesn't
there.
like you.
Does no one else do that? Seriously?
No.
Maybe it's really naughty.
Well, yeah. So, just like before, all that I've just done, I've opened it up now, and then I've just got my unicorn stamp, and I've just inked it again with our alcohol dye ink pad, and I'm just going to put my head in the way just to line up. Once I'm happy, I'm just going to stamp, just like that, just in a wee bit of pressure. Many of these you could actually use your really small stamping plate. So if I remove that out the way, and then there we go, we have got the unicorn just over the edge. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time colouring it. I did just want to show you how my finished one looks. Now, sometimes if something is white and you want it to kind of look white, but bit of colour, a bit like a snowman or that, use a really light grey. So this one's the ice grey blend. I think this is from not the deep set, the Essentials. Yes.
That card, by the way, Christina's let us know, meant enjoy your day in German. In English, sorry, it was obviously in German. So now we know. Thank you for that.
So you don't have to use your tri-blend pens or any of your markers for blending the three tones if you don't want to. You can just use or do just little dots. So where you would find there is a dark shadow, what I'm just doing is just tiny little dots, and then I'm just working my way along. And then this is given the unicorn, or whatever it was you called it there. I'm just colouring the
alicorn.
Alicorn, I'll remember
yes,
that
absolutely.
one day.
How about deep fried chocolate, Craig?
Now, it's been a long time since I've had one. I did years ago have a deep fried Mars bar when I liked milk chocolate. I should say when I liked it. I can eat it, you know, in maybe like a celebration or one of the wee ones.
Yeah.
I can
but just
eat
not
a wee bit.
like a bar.
Just not a full bar of that.
Yeah,
I couldn't,
okay.
no. And I did have a deep fried Mars bar years ago, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just tasted like warm Nutella with Nutella in the middle.
They do that at the chip shop near me. People were talking about how angry they would be if I came to their wedding and moved their place names around. Joe, if that were to have happened at my wedding, I totally would have moved them back to their original seat. I worked long and hard on that seating chart. It seems less important when you've had a couple of wines, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, here, that's maybe part of the fun you like when it comes to the wedding.
Joe is a naughty boy, no surprise is what is being said in the comments.
Right, I'm just going to do just the tail here, and then I'll show you the finished result. So this one is just the jade green. This is the lightest tone. And then what I'm just doing is, if I just do this one, now again, I'm not doing a blending as such in the fact that I'm doing three tones. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the lightest of the jade, and I'm taking the lightest of the magenta. And again, just in circular motions, just where it joins, I'm just colouring it in, just like so. Now, I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom, but just want to show you there's some instances where you could mix over two different colours.
I didn't know that.
The alcohol starts to evaporate. It will blend that wee bit more, and I'll just bring in the other one. So all that I've done with this one is just finished colouring it in, and I've just done the dot effect with the unicorn, same with the cloud, and I've just coloured in the rainbow. So if I just fold that one over the top, I've taken one of the sentiments, and then all that I've just done, again, foam pads on the back, and then I'm just going to do just over the edge, That sentiment comes within that stamp set. Then there we go. So that is another way of using the over the edge. So what I done with the birds in the last demo, you could have done with this one, but this is a different way. So then there we go. Just lets you see another way in which you can use the over the edge unicorn.
Wonderful. Very, very busy, Craig, individually and on the main collection. Loads in that big one. You've got 8 different sets for you to go at there, which is brilliant. So you've got your feline friends. You've also got your birds and bloom in here as well. You've got your birthday balloons there. The doggies there are so cute with their paw prints, and you've got the mice in there too. And then remember, you've also got the Hello Beautiful. You've got the magical wishes in there. I just love that. I love that that's been fussy cut as well. That cloud there, such a great way of using it. And then you've got May Your Day Sparkle as well. Great price if you want to get just the 3 additional ones, which is on your screen, or you want to go for all of them together. Very affordable, very, very craftable as well. A quarter of the stock of the big collection has now sold out and gone. Very busy. Now remember, you can save even more money because of course you can use your Club Inspire discount on top of that, should you have Club Inspire status. If you're new to us here and you're not familiar with the club, here's Sarah, the queen of Crafters Companion, to take you through all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire, which basically means better discounts. What is not to love? Yes, so I know lots of you are platinum members. I'm very proud of it. Now we're going to look back to some stuff that we saw in the earlier show a little earlier today, because it was so extremely busy. It was a world launch. It's world launch day for these products. It's a Gemini Creator Card Everyday Interchangeable Sentiment Collection. Now let me show you what you're going to get with these. So you get the 1 die. Now the great thing is about this, it's a Creator Card die. Our Creator Card dies are about £17.99, £19.99 if you're paying in pounds. The great thing about these is what you've got is the ability to interchange the central element of this. So you can have thinking of you, thank you, and celebrate in this one here. So by changing it up, you get a very different feel. So you've got thank you here, for instance, with that trellis one, as you can see. But you're going to be able to change that and create, in essence, what, 3 different dies, which is fantastic. Let me show you another sample here using this as well. I love this one. It's got this sort of loose element that pulls out, and again you've got thank you on that one. Loads that you can do with it. By interchanging the sentiments, you're getting loads of craftability with it. This one just here, this is your elegant frame, and on the elegant frame you've got enjoy your day, congratulations, and you're invited. So I'll show you how that looks when it's been made up. So you can see that card there, I think, looks very different to that card just there, because of the ability to interchange that sentiment. So you're getting so much craftability. The next one we have is this one just here. This is your flower frame, and on there you've got happy birthday, just for you, and best wishes. Now let me just show you that one. You've got just for you here. Oh, this is a very fancy card. Oh, what's that one called, Craig? It's not an easel card, is it? It's a, oh, it's got, what are you eating? Hang on a minute, what's going on here? What you got? What's Craig eating? What is it? Is it a bit of dime bar? What is it? Oh, it's a gold bar. Well, do you know what, Craig? We'll let you off. It is World Chocolate Day tomorrow, so I think therefore it's fine. I'm going to call that a diamond easel. I'm not sure if that's what it is. I'm getting a knowing nod.
I would say
diamond
that.
easel.
I would say
wonderful.
diamond easel.
So you've got that one there, and then you've also got this one here's a twisted easel. But again, look, a very, very different card. By playing around with those colourways there, you can see you've got a wonderful twisted easel. So that is that one. That's your floral one there. And then finally, you've got your heart-shaped one. Now, the heart-shaped one's got all my love you, and sending love, sending lots of love, sorry. So this one here is that, and how that cuts out. What I love about them as well is that you would never know that they're an interchangeable die. It doesn't look like there's a tab, there's no gap or anything like that. It just looks like it was the way that card was intended to be, which is fantastic. If you want to go for them all together as well, you will get the baby blue cardstock coming in with that as well. £78 or $90. Of course, you can use your Club Inspired discount there as well. Right, I want to give you a heads up on some other stuff that was also busy in the earlier show. It is the pigment ink pads. Now, these are our opaque pigment ink pads. We don't have anywhere near as many of these as we would like. £50 or $60 there is your price for that one. The more you buy with these though, the more you buy, the more you save, because the value gets better as the collection gets larger. And really great to take advantage, because at the moment what we've got is all of our colours in stock. So it means we've got a really good wide pool of colours to choose from. So it means that we can put together the bundles that you love. Club Inspire Platinum members pay £80 for that. In the UK, you pay $122 if you were in the US. So really, really great time to stock up. Sorry, you wouldn't pay $122, you'd pay $112. I am shortchanging you there. The finger daubers are back. These have been out of stock for a long, long time. They are back in stock, £19.50 or $26 there is your price on those. Make sure you grab them whilst we've got them. Loads of you talking about, Tony says, the Ohio State Fair. You'd love it there. They fry everything. Sounds like my kind of state fair. Lots of you talking still about chocolate. Sonia's saying hi. She is late. She must have snoozed and loosed, I reckon, Craig.
Oh, it's going to happen when you snooze.
It does, doesn't it? Mary is joining us as well. The lovely Mary from Tennessee, one of our regulars. She loves the interchangeable creator cards. She ordered them last night. A lot of you will have already had the festive ones as well. These are exactly the same style, exactly the same concept, if you will, but with that everyday sentiment in there as well. These are great, Craig, aren't they? It's great to be able to get so much from such a comprehensive collection.
It really is. It really is. It just means that obviously instead of having 3 separate die sets as such, you've got that one frame and then you've got your 3 separate interchangeable one. I just want to check, just with Laura in my ear, what demo is it you wanted me to do? The creator cards, right. So what we're going to do is...
I just need to let you know, so whilst you're just grabbing that, Craig, there was a festive collection available.
There was.
What was left of the festive collection. However, that festive collection is completely sold out and gone. It was so busy in the earlier show. Over 40% of the stock as well, I know, of the everydays went in that earlier show too. So do grab them if you want them. Today was the day. They were launched here in the UK. They're not coming to HSN until the August craft day is our plan. So it's a long, long way off. So definitely worth getting them now here today. Right, what do you fancy showing us with these, Craig?
So we're going to show you the window die. I got a bit ahead of myself and had set up for one of the double-sided ones. So easy enough, quick to get going. So we're going to use, this one is the trellis frame that we're going to use. So what we're just going to do is I've taken some craft cards. So this is 5.5 by 7.5, and what I've just done is I've just scored at an inch in at each side there, so that's going to be a bit of a wrap that we've got just there. So what I'm just going to do is we'll lay that on. What that means as well, it's going to be the perfect size within the actual, for the cardstock for the die. Now we're not needing the outside die because what we want to do is keep this within. So let's take our tape, what did I do with it? Here we are. And then I'm just going to tape this one down. So if I just kind of centre it up. Now what you can do, and I think I will do, let's pop our sentiment at the same time. So if you feel a bit uncomfortable doing both dies at once in case they were to jump, you can do it separately. However, I am just going to do them all together, and I'm going to tape them down.
I think it's brilliant, Craig, how you can't tell from looking at the finished product
You can't.
that they're an interchangeable die, because I've seen interchangeable dies, you know, many times before, working in the craft industry for a while. And a lot of the time there's a notch or there's a lip or there is a gap or a bit of solid cardstock between the detail and the sentiment. But with these, the designers have really got it right, haven't they, to get it seamless with these ones?
They really have, and simply because the actual sentiment, there's no die cut outer edge. So that's because obviously it'll die cut straight in, so it doesn't give you any edge, any wee notches, any wee pips that you have to obviously snip off of that. It's just such an ingenious way of doing it. So what I'm just going to do is I've got my 2 plates in the fact that I've got the plastic shim, magnetic shim. Anything like this, now try it without your metal shim. I like to pop mine in just because there's a fair bit of detail, and I like to just get that
So
get
what's
intense
the
pressure.
rule of thumb when we're using that metal plate, Craig?
So obviously the metal plate is kind of like for your mixed media dyes, or if you're doing any of your fabrics, of your basic shapes. However, what I sometimes do, because it acts as a wee shim as well, if you are doing paper crafting, but you want to just bulk out the plates a wee bit more, just if there's wee odd bits that you just want to have a bit more precise die cutting on. However, it's just, I've done it for years, it's automatic that anything with a lot of detail like this, I always just pop the metal shim in. One, it gives it an extra shim, and then what it just does is it's metal on metal, so it just means you're going to get that precise die cut. So if I move that out the way, what I am also going to do, let's bring that plate back in, and then we are just going to bring in our embossing mat. Dies like these, I really do urge you to emboss them, because you just get all that incredible embossed detail with all the parts that are left in. Some dies you can get away with not doing any embossing because you don't really see a difference, but within this one, I don't know. I know I said it the other week, and I actually didn't think it made sense, but a couple of people had said on Facebook it makes perfect sense. It actually kind of rounds the edges, so once you've die cut it, it just gives it that nice round edge once that you've used the embossing mat. So what I'm just going to do is, if I just gently peel that one off, and then you've got all of that detail that's just coming out. So what we're going to do is, I've got my mat. So you can do this while it's still in the die, or you can do it afterwards. And then all that we're just going to do is take out all of these parts. Now, this is, of course, craft card. It will cut on your black card, your matte card, your mirror card, your glitter card, vellum. Obviously, be careful when it comes to things like vellum, because it's so fine, but you can do a wrap layer with it using your vellum. So really do have a look, see what cardstock you've got within your stash. Absolutely perfect with the Centura Pearl, so you could be using that one.
Just as well, just a word note as well, Craig. Our dies and using those through other die cutting machines, because I know the majority of people have a Gemini that watch it on Craft TV, but these will, I'm right in thinking these will go through other brands as well, where they're like in a regular thin metal die sandwich.
Absolutely, yes. So all die cutting machines that take the wafer thin dies, which really pretty much is every single die cutting machine on the don't quote me on that, but of course dies obviously die cut your wafer thin dies. That's what they're for. So absolutely it will. So if you've got any other die cut machine out there, because it's wafer thin, it will die cut. The only thing that will stop you is depending on the size of the card that you make. So if you want to make without the outer side edge, if you wanted to make a really big 8x8 card, then of course you would need the Daddy Gemini or a big die cutting machine. That's the only difference.
Anne is letting us know, Craig. She says, I'm serious. They really do fry everything in Ohio. They even have fried butter, Craig.
Oh,
Fried butter.
That's, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I like my butter, but...
Yeah, I know, it's an odd concept, isn't it? Susan says, is it tomorrow you get your hair cut, Joe? It is tomorrow, Susan. I am so excited. Barbie's a bit worried. I think I might just go for a mohawk, like leave the bit inside, shave it all, maybe dye it pink. No, I'm just going to have the sides cut. I think I might leave it a little bit longer on top. I actually quite like it a little bit longer. Barbie's concerned I'm going to get it all shaved off, Craig, which is not the case. I'm glad to see you've got Brenda in the show.
I do indeed. Brenda the box. So
it's not a box, it's a booth, Craig.
It's a booth.
Don't let her hear you say that.
It's a booth. Sorry, Brenda. So I've just got my lovely booth, and then I've just got the back of the die. So what I'm just going to do is just give that short, sharp burst of adhesive. So I'm just going over the top, just like so. So you can use your dotty tape runner. You can use the double-sided adhesive sheets if you want. But I've done that because I'm actually going to pop a bit of acetate in there. So let's just hold that just for a second, just for a wee bit of that to evaporate. And then I'm just going to bring a sheet of acetate and I'm just going to pop that over the top. And let's just press that into place. Then I have got a piece of ivory cream card, and it's all going to tie in just perfectly because we're going to be using some of the card from the Carnival selection.
Ooh, so we've got that Carnival selection on the show if you want to grab that. Tammy, Craig, says she was visiting Oklahoma years ago, some sort of rattlesnake festival, and she tried rattlesnake meat. It tastes a bit like chicken.
Oh, no.
And also fried gator as well.
No, I don't like snakes anyway, so...
No, I wouldn't fancy eating a snake, no thanks.
So I've just taken a wee bit of, again, ivory card, so it's actually the same size as the centre part here. And because we made it slightly bigger with just a wee couple of ends, what I'm going to do is just fold that over, like so. And then we're going to fold that over again. Now, because it's slightly smaller, that will then, can we see how that starts to create a dome effect? So if I just line that, so all that I'm just doing is just lining that on the back just there. And then I'm just going to press that into place. So that, you can see from up above, that gives us that nice dome effect. We can see there, you've got your die cut sentiment as well as...
A lot of detail in there, Craig.
Absolutely. This is one specifically that would look really good if you were to do any of your inking. So if you got the opaque pigment ink pads, and then if you'd done a bit of clear embossing using the coloured ink pads, that would look awesome throughout the actual design. So this is, we've taken the Carnival cardstock and we've just got a bit of shedless glitter as well as a bit of the matte gold that's in there. And then again, it's slightly bigger, just doing the Matson layer way that I do using the guillotine. So I'm just going to press that into place. I'm just going to pop my hand in just to hold that down. And then you can get away with just pressing over the front. And then all that I'm just doing is I've just got a bit of Centura Pearl made rolled card blank. And once again, just a bit of adhesive over the back. So we're out there. So let's just use our next tape runner. And we're just going to go all the way around, bringing that in. Place that over the top. So we've kept it with your craft cards, your ivory and your gold. So let's just press that on. And then what I'm going to do, I've got my glue gun. So let's just add a bow. So let's just pop that on and then pop that just to the side. And we're just going to hold that. And then there, if I bring that in for you to see, that lets you see how you can do a dimensional one. So of course you can make that really thin if you want for posting, but you can of course go extra dimensional without using glue gel or foam pads, just making a nice wee bow effect just at the top like that.
Oh, it looks absolutely beautiful, Craig. It really, really does. Very, very busy on those. We did have the festive ones this morning as well. They have totally sold out and gone. The everyday ones are still here in stock at the moment, but they are very, very busy. Now, I want to run you through the 4 that you get. They're available individually, but pretty much everyone going for that main collection, because what you've got are 4 dies. 4 dies that are creator card dies that allow you to get 16 different looks with these as well, because remember you've got the interchangeable sentiment within there. So in this one you have got thank you in here, as you can see. You've also got celebrate in there, and also thinking of you. So it's great that you've got all of those, which would be fantastic. Now, the next one you've got in here is your elegant frame. Now, the elegant frame is fantastic. I really, really like this one. In here, you've got enjoy your day, congratulations, and you're invited. So this one is the enjoy your special day. Really, really lovely. But then look, that looks very different, doesn't it? I mean, I just love the different look and feel. And that's a very similar style of card. So think about changing the background. Think about maybe not using the aperture behind. There's so many different ways that you're going to be able to use those. The next one we've got for you is this one here, which is your flower frame. Now, I love this one. You've got happy birthday just for you and best wishes here. So this is just for you. This is that diamond easel, which looks beautiful. Lots of lovely decoupage on that one as well, which is gorgeous. But then, also in the same vein, we can use the different one here. And then this one here is best wishes. Let me just show you that one's a lovely twisted easel that we've got there for best wishes. So loads of different things that you're going to be able to do with them. Easy to create things that all look very different. This one here is your interchangeable heartfelt frame. And this one's going to be beautiful if it is a paper piece back together. You've got there all of my love, sending lots of love, and also love you as well. £78, $90 if you want to go for those as a collection. You'll also get the baby blue cardstock included as well, which is fantastic. £78 or $90. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK would get another £15.60 off of that, or another $18 off of that one if you wanted to go for them. Craig is just getting ready for his next down. A lot of talk about my hair in the comments. So, fried ice cream. This is a concept I'm not familiar with. Wendy is talking about fried ice cream in the comments. My producer Laura's had it, but doesn't it just melt? So they like scoop it, put batter in it, and then deep fry it. They freeze the batter, get the ice cream, freeze it really, really, really cold in the scoop. Drop it in the batter, drop it in the fryer. Never heard of such a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. Have you tried that, Craig?
Is that a bit like, I can't remember what it's called, but you've got the ice cream, then you've got the meringue, raw meringue.
A little bit, yeah, like baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska.
Yeah, like a fried version. Susan says, Joe, it was actually Sally that asked about your hair. I personally don't think you need a haircut. Well, thank you for that, Susan. Imagine ice cream inside a profiterole. My word, I am very, very hungry as we move towards the end of the show. All this talk of chocolate and ice cream and all these delicious sweet things on a diet is absolutely torture. Right, I've been told you've got a very, very, very impressive demonstration coming up, Craig.
Well, I hope so anyway. So, Monday Makers, it's all about just taking it a wee bit further in the fact of maybe a wee bit advanced in certain areas. So I thought what we could do, you know, it's the foil press. So I had a wee play that other day over the weekend. I thought this looks really smart. So you know how I say, use your normal dies to actually foil with, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm just waiting for this to come to temperature, so this should just be a few seconds or so. So foil press, you know, check out the website, lots of tutorials when it comes to the foil press. And for this one, what I'm just using is the elegant frame for this one here. So we've got the frame, it's 5x5, so of course it will actually fit on your foil press. So just while that gets ready, we've got the die. Then I've got some Centura Pearl, which we've got, let's just bring it here. Let's use a red one because I do have a piece ready, but silly me has actually put foam pads on the back before I've actually foiled it. So,
what you like?
So let's take another bit. I did have some somewhere. Where are we? Tell you what, let's just use this colour just here. So what I'm just going to do, just while that's still heating up, it should hopefully just take a moment, let's just cut this down. So, and let's just go 5x5. So 5x5, and then what we're going to do, got the Centura Pearl, there we go, ready to go. So I've got the Centura Pearl, and then I've just got some of our gold papercraft foil. So let's bring this back in, and then let's place that over the top. So I had a replay and I got to 15 seconds for this one. So I've popped it to 15 seconds on the foil press. I do like to pop mine over the top and press start. So that's going to do the countdown. So what that does is obviously it doesn't die cut, but all that heat comes through and all that fine die cut detail in the die gets hot, well, not hot enough, but warm enough for it to foil. So you'll see this within a moment. So that's beeped to say it's ready to go. So let's then bring our paper craft foil in. And because it's 5x5, it just fits in no more. And then what we're just going to do is pop our Centura Pearl over the top. I'm just making sure, just by feeling it, it's in the right place. And then we're popping that one on. So let's just slide that one out, and then we're just going to run that one through. So again, it's not going to die cut, but what's going to happen is that heat from the detailed area of the die is then going to transfer through the foil into the cardstock. So then...
Fried Twinkies. I've no idea what a Twinkie is. Anyone know what a Twinkie is?
Yeah, it's a bit like a vanilla chocolate swirl roll. Yeah.
Spongy with a kind of cream filling. You can deep fry them apparently, according to Susan.
Right. Are we ready for this?
Ooh,
Look
love
at that. Look at that. So we've got that one, and then just quickly, let's take that one off. Let's pop that on. Now, is that going to come to temperature time? Let's bring that down for 8 seconds. Probably not, but what you would just do, exactly like we just done there, but with one of your sentiments, you can choose which one, bring it down to 8 seconds. That's what I found with mine. You might just need a wee bit more. So let's hang on for a wee second, because that should just come to temperature just in a moment. So what you can just do with this one, remember, you've got your outside die cut edge. So you can, obviously if your cardstock's a wee bit bigger, you can of course bring that down to size using your die. You can of course just die cut that, not die cut it, use your guillotine, trim it yourself, but you can do so many different ways. Just don't have to think about using for your die cuts. What I am going to do is, that should be warm enough, so let's just pop that, oh there we go, perfect timing. 8 seconds, press start. So let's take another piece of that same Centura Pearl, and I've got another bit of the gold foil. You can of course use any of the colours. I specifically use this one that says you're invited, because again, once the weddings are up and running, but can you imagine using this as an invite and foiling it yourself? So let's then slide that one out, and then we're going to run that one through. So this would work with the cardstock that you've got in your carnival cardstock. It will work with any of your luxury cardstock. But then let's just show you the cardstock that I did use, because you might have bought it recently. So if I peel that one off, and then again, if I take that off, look at that. Now it is fine detail. That's what you're going to get, because obviously the die cut is fine. So that is your 2 die cuts. Now, I use Sarah's Rose Gold collection. Ooh. So I done that onto the Rose Gold Centura Pearl. So we can see, there we go with that one. So that's with the gold. And once again, with the sentiment with the gold. And what we can do is bringing that all together. So I've got my card blank. So it is 6 inches. And we've got it all ready to go.
So, so Sonia's saying, is it right then, Craig? Even though I don't have any foil press dies, I would still be able to use the foil press with the dies that I already have.
You can with your wafer thin dies. You absolutely can. So if you've got any of your sentiments, any of our creator cards, as long as of course it fits onto the platform of the foil press, then you absolutely can. Doesn't have to be our dies, you know, as long as it's the wafer thin dies. So if you've got dies from Spellbinders, Tonic, Hunky Dory, any of those that are wafer thin, you can use them. So all that detail, instead of it die cutting, it then foils. The one question I always get asked is, what way do you place your dies? Make sure it is your die with the die cut edge facing up, because you think about it, you don't want to face it down into your mat, otherwise you're going to cut into it. So it's always facing up.
Wonderful. Sina says Twinkies are basically cholesterol in a plastic wrapping. They sound delicious. So are they non-foiling dies that Craig is using? Absolutely, they are. Fried Oreos. Ooh, not sure about the idea of that. Frying a biscuit. I don't know how I feel about that, Craig. How do you feel about it?
I would give it a shot. There's not many things that I wouldn't try, and I would give that a shot.
I mean, in the name of research, maybe I would, would give it a go. I think that is only fair. That is looking beautiful. So did you say that was the Rose Gold Collection cardstock you'd used?
So the cardstock was the rose gold with one layer of our white smooth. So there is the card made with the gold papercraft foil that we can see there. And let me just tilt that forward.
Beautiful.
So you can see it there. And then I've done one exactly the same, but I have used the foil that came in with the Sarah Signature collection. So it's that kind of like that disco pink foil that came within the rose gold. So it just goes to show that as long as it fits onto your foil press platform, think about taking it that wee step further. Hey, you could colour in that You're Invited if you want. You could do that as well. So there we go. You know, with obviously it being Monday Makers and just that wee bit more advanced to the next level, there's something else that you could do with your interchangeable frames.
Oh, fantastic. Always good to see a little bit of foiling in the show. I just want to remind you the 4 that you're getting included. Like 4, but kind of like 16 really, because you've got 4 different collections giving you 16 different sentiments, which is brilliant. So the first one you've got is the trellis frame, which is this one here. You're also going to receive the elegant frame. You've also got the heartfelt frames, and then finally you've got the flower frame in there as well. All of them coming your way for £78 or $90. You will get that baby blue Centura Pearl 10-pack included as well. Craig was mentioning Rose Gold there a moment ago. Sarah is back tomorrow in the morning. She will be here with Softer Side of Life at 11. John Scott's here before that at 9. Myself and Sarah are back on Wednesday morning with a Rose Gold masterclass. But here is all the details of our lovely boss, Sarah.
I'm Sarah Davies and I'm the founder of Crafter's Companion. I've always crafted from being really young, and it wasn't until I was in my late teens that I really discovered card making. I remember the first time I ever went live on TV. It was the most nerve-wracking but exhilarating experience ever. It was one of them moments where you just have to take a deep breath, go for it, and the excitement and adrenaline just carries you through. My favourite product out of everything we've ever designed has to be the Ultimate Pro. I just love that for new people getting into card making, it's everything you could possibly need all in one space. It's been a phenomenal journey for me and the rest of the team at Crafter's Companion, and every day there are just so many new ideas that come out. And I know what other exciting products we've got in the pipeline, loads of ideas up here, loads of opportunity to innovate, and there's a lot more to come. For me, the absolute best part of the job is getting to share ideas, tips and tricks live with people through the medium of television. So if you want to catch me live, make sure you follow me on whatever social media channel that you love to use and find out when my next show is coming up.
All the details there of our lovely Sarah. She's such a lovely lady. She'll be back here in the morning at 11 a.m. with Softer Side of Life. John Scott here before that, and then I'll be back with Sarah for Rose Gold Masterclass on Wednesday morning. Right, it's a pen and paper time. I want to give you a recap of everything you've seen pretty much this far in the show. This is your Over the Edge. A quarter of the stock of the Over Edge collection has sold out and gone. £60 or $82 if you want to get that. Great saving there as well. £35 in the UK. $53 you're saving there. That's before Club Inspire discount. Platinum members, you will be saving pretty much the same amount you're spending, which is brilliant. So definitely don't miss out on those. If you got them when they were on HSN and you just don't have the 3 newer ones that were released only here on Crafters TV, there is a smaller collection for those. And that one in there, you've got the alicorn, you've got that lovely fairy and that beautiful floral one there. £30 or $40 if you want to go for those ones. The Monday Mega Deal. It's 3 of our wonderful Sarah Signature Collection stencils. Now these are great because you can ink through them, you can paste through them, you can spritz through them, do all the things that you would normally do, but because of the quality of them, you can also use them as embossing folders as well with your embossing mat through your machine. $9.98, great value to get all of them, or $13.90 if you want to grab those. The Gemini Creator Card Everyday Interchangeable Sentiment Collection. Very, very busy as we move towards the end of the show. They were very, very busy this morning. It was a world launch, remember, this morning. And now, again, very, very busy in this show. All four there, plus the baby blue cardstock, £78, $90. We've also got the sparkle inks on the show. Don't forget about those. Always so incredibly busy. And this is a fantastic Christmas collection. I know what you're thinking, Joe, it's July. Why do I want a Christmas collection? Now is the time to start that Christmas crafting. It is the perfect time. $25.98 or $39.90 if you want to grab hold of those. You're getting 9 pots in there. And now, coming up next, we've got our double-sided Creator Card window die collection. Of course, double-sided dies, patented technology to us here at Crafters Companion, at Crafters TV. So it means that they're going to do double the work of a normal die. So you might look at them and think, well, maybe they're a considered purchase. However, the thing is with these that you're getting 2 of our dies of that size because you've got the front, and you've got the back. Am I going to lift it up and show you? Yeah, I am. Oh, no. I shouldn't have lifted it up, should I? I know it's exciting. But what you've got is you've got the front and, I'm going to take it off and show you. You've got the front and you've got the back on there as well. They are both cutting edges. I think I might need some more double-sided tape for that in a moment, Craig. So you've got this one here. Now, this is the water lily window that you've got on that one there. Really gorgeous. Loads of open space. Now, I think it's just beautiful just using the topper element with a stained glass window technique would be a really lovely thing that you can do with all of these. You've then got this one here, which is your cherry blossom. I'd love to go to Japan to see the cherry blossom. I think it's March kind of time that you can go and see that. You've got the peony window here as well. This is Tina Turner's favourite one in the collection. You've got the lily here, which is your lily window. Lily's my favourite flower. Really, really love that one. And then we've also got the rose, which is that one there. Again, try that in a load of different colourways. It's going to look gorgeous. You've got the tulip there as well, which is fantastic. And then all the way back around again, of course, to the water lily. £110 in the UK, $120 if you're in the US. You can use your Club Inspire discount on there as well. I'm having a real issue with this board, aren't I? The lily and the peony are your 2 favourite at the moment. If you go for them all together, you will get the Centura Pearl Snow White cardstock included as well. That one is the hint of silver that you've got in there. Okay, Craig, so busy on these double-sided window dies. Anyone hasn't taken the plunge yet and gone for our double-sided dies, what difference are they going to make to people's crafting?
There's a couple of things that actually make. So one, you've obviously got the cost of it because now you've got that one, you've got the 2 sides within that one die. So instead of having obviously taken 2 separate dies to create that one obviously design, you've got it all in that one die. Plus obviously there's the space because then you're not having excess packaging. Obviously, of course, helps things like the environment as well. So that's just 1, 2, 3 good things obviously about it. But the fact is as well, it just looks awesome and what you can actually do with it. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take the rose window die. So you can see, just a bit like before, you've got one area that has got a lot of detail and one that's got a bit less. Now, if at first you think, oh, I can't actually really tell the difference, what one's the detailed and what one's the background, just die cut it with a few different colours and just have a wee play and see which way that you feel is the detail and what way is the back. So what I've done is I've taken some of our Centura Pearl. So this is, I can't remember the grey tone for this one, but this one's the cherry. I think it's amethyst, I think. Something along those lines anyway. So what I'm just going to do is if I take the grey layer, so the grey layer I want to be kind of like the background, so I know that there's a lot of detail here. So that just means that can go into the background. No, I want that one just there. And then what we're just going to do, because it's got that outside cutting edge, that's going to do the die cutting as well. So I'm just going to make sure that's on my card. And then I'm just bringing in my cherry cardstock. So again, that's going to go face down, because obviously it's going to be cutting into the card. And then we are bringing in our next cutting plate. Just like that. So what you will find with myself, we went over it last week, when it comes to our double-sided dies, when it comes to our Creator Card, our bigger dies, I always just put in that metal shim in the top. That just gives that of sandwich layer, that just a wee bit extra pressure because you've got the 2 double-sided.
Loads of chatter over in the comments, Craig. Lots of people talking about chocolate still as well, but also all the great crafty things that they are going for too. Melissa. Now, we were talking about this before the show. Melissa says, I've just read that as of next week, Cadbury's are releasing 3 new chocolate bars, but are only going on sale in Tesco. They are coconut, honeycomb and blueberry. Coconutty yummy. So I wonder, is it one of those things then where they will keep one forever, like the most popular one? Oh, that's what's going to happen as well. So you have to vote with your feet, people, which is fantastic. I might give those a little bit of a try. Honeycomb's delicious. Maybe they'll let someone maybe lick the chocolate off, suck the chocolate off and put white chocolate on instead. So you've got loads of different options. Basically, isn't that just a crunchy honeycomb milk chocolate?
No, it could be. It could be, but yeah, I quite like that idea. Another one I would absolutely love is a white chocolate bounty. I love the coconut and I would like the white chocolate.
I like a dark chocolate bounty. You can get those. I'm into that.
So what we've just done there is we've just passed that through. So if we take that away now, so then let's remove all these. So we can see now that this is all die cut. So let's move that out the way. And then all that we're going to do, you can see, that's all just die cuts. So if we take away these wee bits, you can of course poke them all out. You can of course use your die tool. And then I'm just going to take all of these out. So this is another image that would look actually quite spectacular if you paper piece certain areas. Now you don't need to paper piece the whole lot, but for instance the head of the roses, if you were to maybe die cut them into a brighter red, maybe, or you could go in a different tone of red, anything like that, then you could paper piece the rose heads, or maybe just want to paper piece the leaves and the foliage. You know, you might have a lot of patience and paper piece the whole lot. So really, you know, you can do different things other than straight die cutting and popping it over the top. So what I'm then just going to do, so that is that one all popped out. So let's just take that bit of card so that you can see.
So much detail there, Craig,
There's so much detail on. And you said something earlier. So even just this layer on its own, if you were to actually pop this onto acetate, which we're actually going to do with the 2 layers, but if you just pop that one on its own, if you brought any of your inks or that and start to do the stained glass windows, you could do all these different techniques as well. So you can use the layers on their own, or of course you can use them combined as it's intended. What about snipping into them? Snipping out the rose's head. So taking the background that we're away to take in a moment and maybe just snipping out the rose's head. You don't have to have all this detail. Again, just have a look, see what you can do, see where you can play around with the image and snip out whatever you can.
We've got to just stop the show for a minute. Just stop, Craig. I'm afraid everyone's just going to have to stop at the moment. Just down tools, because at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania, you can bathe in chocolate.
I don't know.
Delicious. What would be like? Literally, you're Charlie in the Chocolate Street. Like it's like falling into the chocolate river. Can you imagine a bath in chocolate? As long as no one's been in before you,
don't know.
As long as you're not having to go top and tail, that wouldn't be quite so fun. But imagine you'd have chocolate in your belly, but it'd be everywhere, every nook and cranny.
You would have chocolate everywhere. You know, again, white chocolate, I would maybe give that a shot. But you see, yeah, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I'd be one that would be going around getting the gobstoppers and that, not necessarily the chocolate.
Really?
But yeah.
You like sweeties more than chocolate, do you?
And I like fruity sweeties and that as well. Yeah. Although I would rather take a pack of crisps or potato chips over sweet chocolate any day. More of a savoury than
you do like a jelly top. We know that.
I do like a jelly top. Absolutely, I do. Yeah, can't beat a jelly top. So what I'm just doing now is I'm just poking them out. So you will find that there is a few release parts within there. Now, as we always say, you might be within the habit of obviously tapping it to the side. Don't do that because it's a die on each end, so you don't want to damage it. So what we're just going to do is pop a few bits out. Let's take our tool again. So again, run over the top. Doesn't do it any damage. You can just go straight over. And what that just does, of course, is it releases all of the die cut pieces. Keep some of them. You could be using some of these extra wee flourishes, swirls, you could be using them on the accent. So if you like to do our flower forming, some of these would be good just to pop behind and just have that wee bit of foliage coming out as well. Have a look and see what shapes are coming out of your die cut pieces, because some of them you might be able to use. Some of them are small enough. There's no reason why these bits here you could use as shaker elements. Now that might sound silly, but if you were to actually try it and look at the effect through the acetate with all these wee pits, you don't actually notice all these funny wee shapes. You just see obviously that shaker element. So therefore you're obviously using all these parts up. So on this one, we have now got, where's my bit of card again? So we have got this one here. So it's got a wee bit more detail within them. A lot of fuller parts that you can see. So if I just bring that side by side, you can see the difference just there. So you've got that subtle detail with all the shadowing that you've got there. So let's take all of this out of the way, and let's just, I've got the bin at the side, so let's just be nice and clean and tidy. So then let's bring it, I've actually got two that I've already done, but they're exactly the same, no adhesive, so let's just use what I've got.
Do you know what, Craig? I think you could maybe just use the the one side of these if you wanted to.
Of course you could.
Not necessarily having to use both the top and bottom die cuts with this.
You don't at all.
And I bet they'd make great stencils too if you wanted to use them like that.
Absolutely. So you can use your stencil paste, you can use your inks, your spritz tool. You've got your sparkle inks on today's show.
We do.
And my tape has run out, thankfully. I've got enough on there.
We're dangerously low on tape pens, Craig.
Now,
there's like it's almost it's an emergency situation. Almost we are getting very, very short. We know you guys are as well.
We might need to use Brenda next then.
Brenda might be next. There are as well. If you get really, really stuck, Craig, there are 8 tape pens in the bottom drawer of my desk.
Is there?
Secret stash in there. So yeah, help yourself to one if you need one.
So what I'm going to do, because actually Joe just gave me an idea, so I'm going to completely change what my initial demo looked like. So we've got the acetate. So this one is obviously the full detail. So I've got acetate there. So what I'm going to do is, instead of placing that on just like that, what I'm going to do is let's pop this one on there. So that's on the front of the acetate. Okay, doke. Let's get Brenda and let's get our spray. And then what we're going to do is spray the back of the back layer. So short, sharp bursts. So pop that on. Let's just leave that for a moment or so. And then what we're going to do is let's straighten that on. And then all that I'm going to do is let's open this one up, and then I'm going to, if we can see what we're, I'm just going to match up that outside edge. So let's then place that one on, and as that matches up, we can lay that just like so. So if I press that on, so can you see you have got that overlaid effect. However, if I open that up,
oh, I love
you've got 2 separate bits. Now granted, you will have to have a wee think as to obviously your sentiment or that, but that just lets you see that, you know, you can do it in different ways as well. So if I turn that over for you to see a bit close up, that gives you that effect of that layered up like so. However, if we were then to open that up, you can see that's giving you that layered effect, but onto 2 separate parts.
Apparently, Craig, you've put the. Apparently, you may be wrong, but Deb seems to think, Craig, you've chucked the frame of the die in the bin. She thinks.
The frame of the die. No, the frame of the die.
Oh well, good. I just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah.
I just didn't want you to know.
I think what maybe you think is there's actually an outside frame with this one. There's not. The outside frame comes with it interchangeable. These one, the outside edge is already in with the die. So don't worry, I've not chucked it. But thank you for
Christine
checking.
seems to think Brenda is tired of getting squirted on. That's what Christine says in the comments. Bless her. We'll let her out.
This was what
She's very sparkly though.
did. So this is what I intended by the top layer. Yes, I am going very red here. The top layer and the base layer on top of each other. And then what we've just done is just done a wee bit of matting and layering. I can see there with a wee sentiment. And what I've just done, just to cover the adhesive on the back, of course you could put white so that you could write your sentiment. Of course you can write your sentiment on there, but then lets you see that there is another one just like that. So another way of using it on popping it onto acetate, then that lets you see.
Right, I'll just recap this. Do you want to quickly get set for one last sort of speed crafty demo at the end?
Let's
Is that
do
all
it.
right?
Let's do it.
Now, I just want to quickly recap what you're getting in here as well. Now, remember, it's up to you. You can get them for the... Oh, here we are. You can get them for the price on the screen, $22.99, $25.95, or two for £40 or $45. Or you can get them all together. And when you get them all together, you also get the baby blue Centura Pearl as well. In here, what you've got is you've got the water lily, which is this one here. You're also going to get in there the tulip, as you can see just here. The rose is really, really gorgeous, that rose. Very busy there on that one. Also the lily, which is lovely. I love that you've got the opened and also sort of buds there that are yet to bloom. You've got the peony in here, which is this one just here. And you've also got the cherry blossom there as well. Very, very busy. You get the best value when you buy them all together because you're saving $30.93 or $41.19. Club members, Platinum Club members in the UK, you get another £22 off that. Platinum Club members in the US, you get another $24 off of that as well. So even more savings, which is fantastic. You don't get the baby blue when you buy it all together. Do you? No, you don't get the baby blue. You get the hint of silver. Sorry, I'm getting my blues and my silvers confused. The Snow White hint of silver, you're going to get in there with that as well. £110 or $120. Very, very busy on those. Love that acetate card. What acetate is that, asked Ray? Is it the heat resistant or was it the construction, Craig?
That's just our construction acetate. I wouldn't use our heat proof acetate for a card blank because obviously it's a lot thinner. So if you want to actually use acetate as a card blank or anything to do with construction, then use our construction acetate.
Fantastic. We did have some hunky-dory construction asset. I think it might have sold out. I know we're waiting for the Crafter's Companion one to come back in stock. We will let you know as soon as that has happened. Right, what do you fancy showing us then, Craig?
So for this one, let's show you the Cherry Blossom window die. And we'll go for a bit of gold and blacks. I absolutely love the look of gold and black. So base cutting plate, then of course we've got our extra tough plate, our mint plate as I call it. So let's bring in our die. So again, one side there's a lot of detail, one there's a wee bit less detail. So for this one here, I'm just having a look. So I think all the fine detail is on this side. So let's go for the black there. And I'm just going to pop that just at a bit of an angle, just so that when your die cutting machine hits it, it's not just hitting it full on, it's taking it piece by piece. So then that is our black matte card, and then we've just popped some of our gold mirror card. And then all that I'm just going to do is pop our next plate. And again, because it's the window one, I always like to just use our metal shim. When it comes to our double-sided dies that are our smaller ones, like any of our small flower ones or that, our border ones, I don't necessarily use the metal plate, I just do it for the bigger ones. However, it's not just a double-sided die, any of our normal creator card dies, I always use the metal shim as well. So let's take all of these out, and what we can do is take away the outside edge so we can see. So that demo I done right at the start with all the pieces left in, you know, how spectacular would that look if you left it just with the gold and obviously maybe the black layer over the top? That would look really spectacular. So let's take that and let's take our die release tool. So we're just going to go over the top. So this is our mirror card, Joe. And just look how...
So that's got like a plastic coating, basically, a film on it, isn't it? So
it does.
It does show you the quality of the die, but it cuts through that. I mean, it's going to cut through pretty much anything, really.
It really will. Even the glitter card, it'll cut through glitter card as well. You would definitely need your metal shim for the glitter card, because that really does have a coating over the top. But with that one there, let's take, actually I've got some black just here, so that'll let you see the gold. So again, goes to show how all of them you can use individually if you want. You don't just have to use any of your double layers. And what you can also do, if you've got any of your pearl liquids or that, so you could start to pull the center of all these designs. So again, pop it onto acetate, then just use any of your pearl liquids, anything like that. Flood the area so it settles, and that would look quite nice. So your pearl liquids, maybe like a colour version of your glossy accents, anything like that.
We've got quite a lot of them on the website, I think. We have some of the tonic ones on the website.
We will do, yeah.
£110, $120 if you want to go for these. You're going to get all 6 of them. Remember, they're double-sided, so it's not really like getting 6 dies. It's like getting 12, really, when you think about it. And there's so much that you can do with them. And also, double-sided dies, it's kind of the future, isn't it, Craig? The fact that you can do double the amount of work with 1 die.
Absolutely can. And if you think these are awesome, wait till you see what we've got coming up.
Oh,
yeah, no,
yes.
it really is. Does take it all to the next level and looks incredible.
I was looking through the calendars of things that are launching soon, and you know, I'm usually a bit loose-lipped, but I just can't be. There is so much coming up. Loads still to come this week. Of course, John Scott will be here in the morning at 9 a.m. with Softer Side of Life. No, he'll be here with John Scott Sewing World. He will also be joining Sarah for Softer Side of Life at 11 a.m. through till 1 o'clock, which is brilliant. I will be here tomorrow with my new and improved hair. I can't wait to get it cut. I'm so excited. It's been so long. We'll be back with, it's me, you and I believe, isn't it? The launch party, which is fantastic. We'll be previewing as well our launch that we've got coming up on Friday as well, which is very, very exciting. In the Craft House, there's another launch coming up for you, which will be amazing. So there's absolutely loads and loads and loads of great things on the way this week. Oh, Brenda's out again.
Brenda's out as well. I was just away to say, Joe, get my so's and my joes the wrong way around. If it's not you and Sarah, it's you and myself this week.
It is. It's just the 3 of us, isn't it? And John popping in for a guest appearance tomorrow morning as well, which is fantastic. It's a great week. There's loads coming up. HSM previews, Sarah Cartload Thursday as well. There was loads and loads of great things to shop for this week here on Crafters TV.
There sure is. So there we go. Let's just pop that one on. Just actually sort that bit, and then there we go. So there is the black on the background, and then we've got the gold on the forefront that we can see just there. So if I just get that there, so you can see, there we go, perfect.
Beautiful.
So you see that black shadowing effect coming all the way through from the background.
Wonderful. Very, very busy as we move towards the end of the show. I just want to quickly recap what you've seen. So we've got those wonderful double-sided window dies. Just quickly run you through what you've got. You've got Cherry Blossom in here. You've also got the Peony window, which is Tina Turner's favourite, allegedly. The Lily window, of course. You then have the Rose window. You're also getting the Tulip window as well. That Water Lily window too, and the Cherry Blossom there as well. All of those, £110 or $120. I'm going to recap really quickly everything else that you've seen in the show today as well. The Over the Edge, so popular always, £60, $82, gets you all 8 of those collections, which is fantastic. Very, very busy, £60 or $82. If you just want the 3 newest ones in the collections, then you can get those, £30 or $40 if you want to get just those ones there. Also, the interchangeable sentiment everyday ones that we've got for you, £78 or $90 to get you all of those. You'll get the baby blue cardstock in there when you get it all together as well. Right, massive thanks to Craig. It was a pleasure to spend a couple of hours with you in the craft room, Craig. We'll see you tomorrow. Lots of exciting stuff coming up then as well. Huge thanks to all you guys, of course, as well. If you're stateside, I hope you have a great day. If you're here this side of the pond with us, then I hope you enjoy your evening. We'll see you back here, myself and Craig back here tomorrow afternoon. Sarah will be back with John Scott in the morning. Take care.